Shia LaBeouf's Man Down tripled its ticket sales, by selling 2 tickets. Well, this a shame, after an insanely dismal weekend at the UK box office for Shia LaBeouf's new film, Man Down, where there was only one ticket sold for the film. Ticket sales have now tripled, with a total of 3. So far, according to box office stats, Man Down has made about £21, the equivalent of about $26. Yikes. That's ultra-flop territory. According to THR, who spoke to the manager of the cinema that sold all 3 tickets, eventually, some lucky cinephile is going to have these tickets framed in the back of their creepy movie dungeon. Man Down is expected to end its theatrical run this Thursday with only those 3 tickets sold, which has really got to be a blow to the confidence. Sure, Shia LaBeouf is kind of a blowhard, but that's still tough to see, you know? But even more devastating is the fact that this film premiered at the Venice Film Festival in 2015, which is closer to being 2 years ago than not. So, it's not necessarily a spring chicken, this film. And while it can be seen through VOD services and iTunes, it's unlikely that this news will generate much more revenue, outside of pure morbid curiosity. There does seem to be a silver lining to this whole thing, besides audiences generally bailing on Shia, which is, admittedly, kind of hilarious. Basically, anyone can go make a movie for significantly less money and make more money in a local theater, than say their flick earned more than Shia LaBeouf's Man Down. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. Again, Man Down is available through Amazon Instant Video and iTunes. Also, if the 3 people who saw Man Down this weekend read Paste, we'd love to know what you thought of your recent trip to the cinema. The hairy hitman, Messi's beard reaches half-century of goals. Leo introduced his shaggy companion to the world during the Copa America, and since then has not stopped scoring for either Barca or Argentina. Has Lionel Messi's beard sent the Barcelona star onto another level? The numbers seem to suggest so. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner first sported his new facial hair at the Copa America Centenario back in June 2016, abandoning his previously clean-cut look. And while he narrowly missed out on a first senior trophy with the Albiceleste, his form since abandoning the razor has been nothing short of astonishing. Luis Enrique hails artist Iniesta. Tuesday marked bearded Messi's 50th official game, and he celebrated the occasion in style with 2 goals to down Sevilla in a 3-0 victory at Camp. That double brought him up to 51, a strike rate of more than a goal a game. Ironically, his final beardless game had also come against Sevilla, where the first signs of stubble can be seen on the maestro's face as he led Barca to Copa del Rey glory in May 2016. Of his hirsute half-century, no less than 43 goals have come in Barcelona colours, including 27 Primera Division hits, which put him in pole position to be crowned top scorer at the end of the season. He also netted 5 times in the Copa America with Argentina, with further goals coming in Kimble qualifiers against Uruguay, Colombia, and Chile. Does Leo have what it takes to be named the Pilos Pichichi? It will certainly be a close shave with Luis Suarez hot on his heels. Schwarzenegger blasts Trump's budget, accusing him of stealing from children. In a speech in Los Angeles hours before he was to appear on CNN for a town hall meeting, former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger went after President Trump like a relentless cyborg, accusing him of stealing from children. Mr. Schwarzenegger, who took over as host of Celebrity Apprentice after Mr. Trump's presidency-motivated departure, singled out Mr. Trump's budget plan to eliminate the $1.2 billion 21st Century Community Learning Center grant program. President Trump promised us he wants to make America great again. That's not how you make America great, by taking $1.2 billion from the children and robbing them blind, Mr. Schwarzenegger told the National After School Summit at the University of Southern California's Schwarzenegger Institute. Why would he do that? The Austrian-born actor said. Why would he want to balance the budget on the backs of those kids? Mr. Trump and Mr. Schwarzenegger, the latter of whom has been the subject of pining among some Republicans as potential presidential timber except for his foreign birth, have engaged in an increasingly sharp war of words since Mr. Trump blamed Celebrity Apprentice's collapsing ratings and cancellation on Mr. Schwarzenegger. Mr. Schwarzenegger alluded to perhaps his most famous role in his speech, telling the after-school program leaders Terminators, "When I look at you, I see a bunch of warriors," he said, according to a CNN report. "We're going to go to Washington, and we're not going to take this lying down." Mr. Schwarzenegger was scheduled to appear Wednesday evening on another Trump nemesis, CNN, which the president frequently denounces as fake news and biased. He will appear on The Messy Truth, a show hosted by former Van Jones, a former Obama administration green jobs czar. Suspected tornado leaves path of destruction in Goodman, Missouri. Goodman, Missouri. Authorities in southwest Missouri believe a tornado is responsible for severe damage to several buildings, including a fire station and elementary school. The small town of Goodman, the site of a deadly EF5 tornado in May 2011, was hit hard by a severe storm Tuesday evening. Images showed that an exterior wall of the Goodman Elementary School collapsed. In one classroom that was exposed, the bookshelves looked untouched, CBS Springfield affiliate Kohler reports. McDonald County Emergency Management Director Greg Sweeten says it appears a tornado was responsible for damage to the town's elementary school and fire station. He said several homes and businesses in Goodman were damaged. Kohler reports that about 1,200 people in the town didn't have electricity on Wednesday morning. Meteorologist Wes P. reposted a video on Facebook that he said showed the tornado barreling through Goodman. No deaths or serious injuries were reported. Minor damage was also reported at the airport in Neosho, another southwest Missouri town. Meanwhile, severe weather rumbled through other states on Wednesday. Hail the size of tennis balls pelted parts of Alabama ahead of what forecasters say will be waves of severe weather across the Deep South. Forecasters say some of the largest hail hit early in the day in the East Alabama city of Oxford, where convenience store manager Don Copeland says ice was so thick on the ground it looked like it had snowed. Copeland says he's still working up courage to go outside and look at his pickup truck, which he fears was damaged by ice balls right after he made a $550 payment on it. People posted pictures of hail that hit the area on social media. And there's likely more bad weather to come. The National Weather Service says there will be thunderstorms, hail, high winds and possibly tornadoes on Wednesday, CBS mobile affiliate WKRG reports. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley has declared a state of emergency.